They say there are many ways to skin a cat. And I don't support cat skinning, but it's a good metaphor for websites because you know what? There's many ways to make a website. You could code your own website. You could use WordPress. You could use Jekyll. You could use Gatsby. You could use Wix. And I've used all of those. But today I'm going to explain why Squarespace has become my go-to tool for building websites. I use it for my music website, my mom's small business, and a small e-commerce store. Now, Squarespace isn't for every website. I'm the co-founder of a software company. We don't use Squarespace for that website. I also wouldn't suggest you use Squarespace for a big university website. That wouldn't make sense. Squarespace is best for small websites, for portfolios, blogs, podcasts, small businesses, churches, restaurants, weddings, and more. In this video, we'll cover the editor, templates, features, e-commerce, and pricing. By the end, you should have a good understanding of Squarespace. My work is supported by affiliate commissions, so if you'd like to try Squarespace, you can find a link to it in the video description. And I may earn a commission if you click that link. But like I said, I'm recommending Squarespace because I like it and I use it. Let's get into it. We'll start with the editor. Here we are in the Squarespace editor. This is my music website. Now let's say we wanted to add a new page. We go to Pages and we can add a blank page. Let's call it Latest Song. Now let's edit this page. Let's begin by adding a section. There's a bunch of pre-designed sections we can choose from. We'll choose this one. Nice. So we've added a section. And we can edit the section by changing the background image. We can also add an overlay to darken the background. And we can change the size. Now, sections are made up of individual content blocks. So let's add one. We'll do a video content block. Very nice. And of course, we can edit text. We can move other content blocks and we can delete them too. Now, as you can tell, Squarespace is pretty intuitive. Everything is clear and thoughtful. I think it feels like an Apple product. And Squarespace is rarely overwhelming, which is nice because I find other website builders can be a bit overwhelming. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're a restaurant with a menu on your website and you want to add a new item to your menu. Well, I'll show you how that's done on Squarespace. So let's open the menu editor. And Squarespace has this clever formatting to make it quick to add an item. And there we go. That was pretty painless, right? Now let's see what that looks like on Wix, Squarespace's main competitor. So let's click Manage Menus. And we'll click the lunch menu. And let's choose our category, mains. Let's add a dish, and we're adding a new dish. And we'll add the name, price, and description. Looks like we've successfully added it, so let's dismiss that. And there we go, we've added an item. That was a little more painful, right? Notice how much more clicking and wading through pages there was on Wix? Squarespace, on the other hand, felt calm. They designed an editing experience that just didn't suck. And this is something I love about Squarespace. They're thoughtful about how they design features, even for features only a restaurant will use. Next, let's talk about templates. This is a major strength. Squarespace has really nice templates. Let me show you some examples. You might notice a consistent look and feel. Squarespace templates generally have bold typography, generous amounts of white space, and lots of room to showcase photography. Now, templates are a starting point, and I would suggest you do some customization to make it feel like your own. For example, you can add your own brand colors. We'll go to Design Styles, and from here, we can set a color palette. This color palette automatically applies your brand to the entire website, which is great. But if you want to get manual and specific about where exactly your color is applied, Squarespace lets you do that as well. Or let's say you want to edit your header layout. Let's edit site header. And we can add social links. and we can move the navigation. We can add a logo and much more. Now let's move on to features. Squarespace has lots of features. They have excellent blogging, beautiful photo galleries. They have a great donation system, including suggested contributions and email receipt customization. There's an easy to use form builder. Though I do have a complaint for Squarespace here. Form submissions should automatically be saved, and Squarespace doesn't do this for some reason. Instead, you have to connect the form to Google Docs. I just wish it saved automatically. You can host your podcast with Squarespace, and there are mobile apps, so you can edit your site on the go. There are also some paid add-ons you can get with Squarespace. These are additional monthly fees on top of your website's monthly fee. You can add scheduling for like yoga classes or therapy appointments. You can have a members area, which allows you to have paid content available only to registered users for like an online class. And you can also use Squarespace's email marketing tool, which integrates with your website, membership system, and e-commerce, which I'll talk about next. Now, the sum of these features is greater than the individual parts because everything just works together. Don't have to worry about moving your email subscribers to like MailChimp and then cobbling together some kind of analytics that stitches everything together. It all just works. And I should say this isn't unique to Squarespace. Many software companies are taking this unified approach. It's why MailChimp recently launched their own website builder, and it's why you'll find plenty of the same add-ons on Wix as well. Now let's talk about e-commerce. I use Squarespace for a small e-commerce website where I sell digital lectures. Squarespace works great for this, in part because I was able to design the pages how I wanted, and I could customize the email customers got after a purchase. It all just worked. The sweet spot for Squarespace e-commerce is smaller stores like this. If I was building a bigger, more mature store, for example, Allbirds or Kylie's Cosmetics, I would probably use Shopify. And that's what those stores use. Shopify is just more powerful. For example, the Shopify App Store has over 3,000 different apps, while Squarespace, on the other hand, has 24 extensions. But Shopify definitely has a steeper learning curve than Squarespace. For example, it doesn't have a drag and drop page editor like Squarespace. And editing Shopify themes will often require you to edit code. So if it's just for a small store, I tend to just use Squarespace. Lastly, let's take a look at pricing. So is Squarespace expensive? Not really. In fact, most website builders have landed on a similar price point for entry-level plans. They all cost roughly the same. As you can see, Squarespace's entry-level plan, Personal, is the same cost or cheaper than the other top website builders' entry-level plans. Now, one tip when doing price comparison between website builders. Most website builders hide the monthly cost. For example, on Wix's pricing page, they advertise their cost as a per month cost. But you should know this is not the monthly plan. This is the cost of an annual plan divided by 12 months. Wix doesn't tell you the cost of monthly plans on their pricing page. Squarespace, on the other hand, is upfront with their pricing, which I appreciate. You just toggle between monthly and annual prices. They're not hiding anything. Okay, that wraps things up. I hope this was helpful. Like I said, Squarespace isn't for every website, but it's my top choice for most small websites. My work is supported by affiliate commissions, so if you'd like to try Squarespace, you can find a link to it in the video description. And I may earn a commission if you click that link. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your website.